did your first product flop, or was it a huge success?
It was trashed, but like.
Well, hit him with that intro, Cuzzo.
Welcome back to the Electors Podcast. This is episode 32, I believe.
Something like that.
Yep.
Something like that.
Today, man, we have a special guest, a good friend of ours. I've been knowing Trinil for some years now, at least 10, 15 years.
Middle school.
Yeah, right?
Middle
So,
school.
even longer than that. Sometimes I forget my
man.
age, man. But so over 20 years, basically. But he is the CEO and the founder of Duck and Bad Vibes, which is a local Aurora-grown business and a brand that he's built from the ground up. So if you could just give us, man, a quick rundown of how you started and how it became what it is now.
So Duck and Bad Vibes, I started the brand in 2016. Yeah. No. I started the brand in 2017. So the whole brand is in honor of my uncle who was killed in 2016. And his name's Duck. Nickname is Duck. And that's why I kind of flipped it in Duck and Bad Vibes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
turn a negative into a positive.
yeah, it's really simple. It wasn't like, it was just a simple name, catchy, quick name, witty. And yeah, that's how I came up with it.
I like the name for sure. Definitely like the name.
Yeah. What about what made you want to make apparel specifically? Is that where your head went first when you thought about creating it? Or
I can't remember. I would say what inspired me was it's this brand out here called the Peanut Gallery. Shout out to Peanut.
Okay.
And I seen his product maybe like the end of 2016. I'm like, I want to do something like that. And that's not just like, let me try it. And it worked.
Did you have any struggles early on? Because like the apparel business seems to be hard, like in itself, because there's so many things you could buy.
Yeah.
What did you find? Like, was there any struggles in the beginning?
I would say the biggest struggle was figuring out the first design. So my first design was just a plain duck, and like the brand was called Unkel. Then it was called Unkel.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when I kind of came up with the catchy motto, Duck and Bad Vibe. So I think that was the hardest part in the beginning. It was a lot actually, figuring out where to get the product, figuring out the quality, manufacturers. I would say finding local printers, figuring out how to learn how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, all that stuff. It was a lot. So yeah, I would think those were the hardest things.
And when you first started out, did you think you'd have to learn all that, or no? You just thought it was as simple as like you throw a logo on a shirt.
Yeah, I thought it was very simple. It was. Ali was like, I'm gonna try this.
Right.
And once you start it, you just go down the whole rabbit hole of I gotta figure out who can design this, who can print it and stuff like that. So yeah, early on it was a lot of struggles, but as you keep going, everything gets easier and easier.
Right.
And was it just you that just started, or did you have like a partner in crime or a group that was helping
No
you?
partner. So in the beginning, I wanted to have all my first cousins do it. I think I sent them a group message and was like, hey, let's all do this. And I don't think nobody responded.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I don't think nobody responded. If I can look at that group message on Facebook, I don't think nobody responded. But like I had a lot of help from my cousin Sierra that live in Atlanta.
Nice.
I think I talked to her pretty much every day.
Nice.
And she was helping me with like, cause she shoots videos. She was helping me, just teaching me content and how to like do certain things in the whole content space. So me and her talked pretty much every day. And as you keep going, God sends you people who you need. And I've been very blessed on the way to have a lot of help. That people that started out not necessarily still helping me,
right?
Because as you get more knowledge, you just don't need certain things,
right.
Yeah, I had a bunch of help, but nobody that specifically said, "Hey, let's just do this together."
So Duck and Bad Vibes is just basically that's your baby right now.
That's my only baby.
That's your baby.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's my baby. Yes,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. What did you learn, like, aside from like the Adobe content? What was like kind of the biggest thing you learned along the way that you were like, oh dang, I didn't know I was gonna have to do all of that, aside from the programs and stuff like that?
I would say it gotta be marketing. Yeah, I would say I didn't think I didn't know marketing was as important as it is in the beginning. I thought it was really just, all right, I'm gonna make this,
Right.
people gonna buy it,
Right.
and that's not the case at all. You literally have to have marketing in place. You have to know what makes people react to trigger their emotion to buy.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch. Marketing is probably the thing I'm like, wow, and you just keep learning so much more about it as you keep going. So I would say marketing.
What's a secret gem you could drop here on the podcast for everybody?
I would say in the clothing space, I would say the biggest thing that I learned is one thing that I always have fun doing is text message and emailing. That's the most two important things I think when it comes to selling stuff. Well, yeah, because once I get your email and your phone number, I can market you anything.
Right.
Like I can take a bunch of emails I have in the clothing business and translate that into maybe a podcast or just something different. So I would say a gem would be get as many email and text messages as you can when you're like selling something, even if they don't buy right away. Once you get their data, they're going to eventually buy. I think it's like maybe you need 7 to 10 touch points before they actually buy something.
Gotcha.
So it's just figuring out how each person could take 2 touch points, 3. It's just figuring out what's going to trigger that specific person.
Yeah.
But eventually, if I have your email, you're going to eventually buy.
It makes sense.
At some point.
Psychology.
Yeah. It's so many, like, just I could send you a free shirt. You're going to buy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
You see the big brands do that, right?
Yeah,
The big brands
they
always
do.
are trying to get your email and your phone number.
Yeah.
To your point.
It's a cheat code.
Yep.
As a cheat code.
Nah. So what about obviously in business, man, you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs. I'm sure there's been times where you've had intrusive thoughts where maybe you've questioned, right, if you're doing the right thing or if it's worth continuing to invest in.
Yeah.
What did you do in those moments to kind of bring yourself back, man, and stay level-headed and grounded?
I would always remember the reason why I'm doing it. Like I have a few reasons. The main reason is my uncle, keeping his name alive. But yeah, I would say, and I just look in the mirror and say, I got this.
Right.
Like it's, but mainly it's just like try to remember why I'm doing it and who I'm doing it for. And like I feel like once you get to a certain point in certain things, you can't stop. So just like, all right, even if I want to stop, I can't now. It's just, so just figuring out how to keep going. I might take a break every once in a while just to like relax, but I can't just stop. You know what I'm saying? It'll be way too hard because I feel like I'm not where I want to be at with it yet.
Right.
So you got to keep going.
How'd you develop that mindset?
I don't know. That's weird.
Like do you
I
read
feel like
books
I always-
or is it like podcasts or?
I listen to podcasts. I need to do better with reading books. But I would say one documentary that I always go back to is the Bad Boy documentary. Like I'm a huge Diddy, Biggie fan, and like I feel like those type of documentaries show you like how you struggle and you just keep going. Yeah. So I would say I watch documentaries and just being confident. You know what I'm saying? Like being confident in what you do is very important.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was there somebody in your family or in your life at a young age that instilled that in you?
I would say my mom. Like I feel like she helped me with just making sure I'm confident in everything I do.
Right.
My uncles, of course, but I don't know. It's just something that always been in me. Like once I see a little bit of success in something, my confidence is activated. So like it don't take much. Like so I would say that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Just seeing that slither of space. If it's possible.
That's all it takes.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in it.
Yeah. A little bit of.
When you first started out staying in that lane, did your first product flop or was it a huge success?
It was trash, but like it didn't flop. But like once you look back, it was trash. But like when you first start out, people that's close to you are gonna buy just to support. It could be the most horrible thing ever.
Right.
But like I even remember my first person that purchased something from me, Travis Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like. But
and that means a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for
It's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
there's got to be one. There's got to be the first person.
Yeah, but like the stuff in the beginning was horrible. But as you keep learning more, you figure out like what actually works. But no, I would never bring that back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was it?
It was just a duck, but like it was just like I mean I get it worked for that time starting out, but like it was good for like people that know me to actually buy, but I don't think if a stranger seen that they wouldn't buy. And like that's the most important thing is getting strangers to actually buy things from you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because your designs now are pretty dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
I have a lot of help now, but like I have to shout them out. My friends Millie, Easy, and Diamond, they all like kind of help me when it comes to like designing stuff and figuring out concepts, you know.
Well, and I'm glad you brought them up because, you know, something else that we talk about on the podcast too is like you have to build a team.
Yeah.
Right? You can't do it all by yourself. There comes a point where it gets too big to handle, right? You need to allocate some of that stuff to other people.
Yeah.
And also too, man, it's good to have people to bounce ideas off of.
Sure.
Or if you find yourself in one of those, you know, low points, they're there to pick you back up and to remind you like, hey man, we got this.
Yeah.
You know? So would you say that how important are those members of your team at continuing to push the brand forward?
I think it's very important. I actually needed to do better with getting a team because in order to grow and become like $1 million company, you have to have a team. There's no way that you're going to reach certain thresholds without having a team. So I'm working on getting a team. It's just doing it, like actually writing down and like doing it. But I appreciate them because whatever I need when it comes to like the design tip, I could literally get their feedback. They'll design stuff for me. But an actual team, I have to do that very, very soon because it'll drive you crazy. It gets hectic, man. It get really hectic.
Is it hard to do because this is your baby and like you want to be able to control all aspects of it?
I would say yes and no. Like it's just finding people that's gonna have that same drive that you have. But even though I don't think that's even fair to expect somebody to like do that. You know what I'm saying? So I go back and forth and just making sure like, okay, I just have to find people I can trust. Like my cousin Janae, she helps out a lot. When she was here, I think like a few years ago, I was getting like probably like 800 to 1,000 orders a day. And my warehouse was crazy. Damn. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And
that's crazy.
Kiera, my friend Kiera, and her sister was coming to help out. My cousin Janae, my cousin Chantel, they was all helping out a lot. But I have to get an actual team now to like grow. You know what I'm saying?
So are you guys printing it yourselves, or is it like they order online and somebody else, and then the warehouse fulfills the order?
So I don't print nothing. My print guy does it. Juan. His name is Juan, JP Custom Tees. He prints everything for me. I just design.
Okay.
I design, market, and order fulfillment. But printing, any brand that prints starting out, you can't do that. Because like, well, you can do it, but you won't grow. Because like, you can't do everything.
Right.
You can't print and market and fulfill orders. You like other people have to do something in order for you to like scale up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
and scaling, you mentioned scaling. That's like one of the hardest things for any business to do, right?
Yeah, extremely hard.
Yeah.
Extremely hard. That's so when I was getting those 1,000 orders a day, I was running Facebook ads, and like I had to scale back because it was too many orders. I was getting orders with no product.
Wow.
I didn't actually have the product there, so it was like
that's a good problem to have.
It is, but it's not. It can be crazy,
right,
man.
well,
like you got all these orders, but the product is not here, and then like you getting behind, people sending you emails, figuring out where their product at, so it can get crazy.
True. Yeah, and you want to continue to have a reputation, right?
Yeah.
Of hey, we get our stuff out on time.
Yeah.
You know, no delays, and then something like that happen. Now, when did you feel like there was that big boom in sales? When did it happen?
Facebook ads.
How many years ago, roughly?
A year and a half ago. I think it was during COVID. When was COVID?
Because 2020. So 3 years ago.
Yeah. So 2020. 2020. Facebook ads is a cheat code. Any brand, any business in general. If you run Facebook ads correctly, you'll see a big difference in what you're selling, what you're, marketing, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Were you doing like videos or
Pictures.
Pictures?
Pictures and videos. Both of them work. It's just how you run the ad. Like, you got to make sure it's targeted correctly, not just hit the boost button.
Okay.
That don't work.
How much were you spending on Facebook ads?
I would say I was spending anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a day, and like the goal is to get maybe 4 to 10x back off that. And it was kind of in the middle between 7, 8 sometime. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole goal.
Damn, that's big money too.
It is, but like,
You almost need to do it, right? Like,
yeah.
If you really want to get after it.
Yeah, if you want to like scale it up, but like you got to make sure that your profit margins is good. And I think that's where I kind of messed up at. My profit margins was too thin. Like my prices was too low.
Gotcha.
And the cost of production was kind of close to that.
Right,
I was getting sales, but I really was maybe losing money. The brand awareness was getting out there, but I probably was losing money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? So if it's a smaller brand for the ones that are starting out, how could they tackle Facebook ads at a smaller level?
The same way, just spend less. I think it's Facebook ads work if you have good content and you have good product.
Yeah,
that's the two key parts. But if you have horrible content and good product, it's not gonna work. Like I feel like you have to have both. You know what? I think if you can have okay product and great content, it'll work.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But it's all about the content, really.
It goes back to grabbing people's attention, right?
Yeah. Figuring out what can get their attention on the actual Facebook ad.
Is Instagram ads the same as Facebook?
Yes and no. So like the way Facebook ads works is that you can place the ad on Facebook and Instagram, but like if you just go to Instagram and hit the boost button, that don't work.
Okay.
You have to go in your business manager thing, something like that, and then you can like display that same ad on Facebook and Instagram.
Dang.
So
dang, Duck and Bad Vibes dropping a masterclass right now.
We got some things we need to change when we get done.
It's a whole
you're learning a lot, man.
Facebook ads is a whole like another beast, man, and it's like I'm learning how to do it myself, but it's still like it's so hard, like because I was paying somebody to actually run it. But like doing it yourself is like it's hard, but you either have time to learn it or you can just pay somebody, to be honest with you.
True.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to do that almost. Just paying somebody.
Yeah.
So from first sale, Travis.
Yes, Travis Brown. Shout out to Travis Brown.
To your 1,000 a day. Where like in that road to 1 to 1,000, what was like the key where you woke up and you were like, oh, I know what works. So like if Duck and Bad Vibes for some reason, somebody stole it from you, somebody bought it, you could do it again. What would be, where could be that starting point where you're like, oh, I could just go get 1,000 a day again?
I would say come up with something catchy. Like, if it's something catchy and good content, I think it'll work easy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I shouldn't say easy. I think it'll eventually work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is that where like you were like, okay, your content was good, the product was good, and then that's when it just
it was a great combination of both, and I learned that from the owner of God is Dope. Sherrod. He taught me a lot just basically on like marketing and all that content, because I went to one of his brunches. Nice. Maybe 2017, 2018.
Nice.
And that's where I learned a lot of stuff from. And after that, he's just like, helped me out. If I send him a text message, ask him something, he'll get back to me easy.
Now, could you speak on the importance of that? Because something else, we bring up on the podcast is like my cousin, he went to college, right? He went the traditional route. Did you go to college?
No.
Okay, so me and you are both considered non-traditional, right?
Yeah.
But just because you didn't go to college doesn't mean you can't be educated. It doesn't mean that you can't educate yourself, right? Yeah. And so going to seminars, going to webinars, different things like that, you speak on how important that is to put yourself in those spaces so that you can learn, so that you can network.
I think it's very important. I don't do it as much as I need to, but I think just networking in general is very important. I'm kind of an introvert, so like I don't like doing it, but I have to do it because I want to have a successful business. But I think it's extremely important because relationships are important. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to know people outside of what they do, I think they'll be more eager to help you with something than just based on keeping it strictly business. You know?
Yeah.
So I think going just keep growing in what you're doing is very important, and like just going to seminars, webinars, master classes, all that. I think that's very important.
And who was the first big quote unquote big network connection that you made where it took your business from smaller to like maybe a little bigger?
I would think that piece of advice I got from that brunch with God is Dope. That small hour thing literally taught me a lot, and I literally came back here and just turned it up a little bit with like marketing, content, because I think I'm very good at like watching something, figuring out how it works, and then implementing it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you think that's a strength of being an introvert? Because I sometimes I'm more naturally introverted than extroverted, but I think by being introverted, by not going out or always needing to be out or be in this space, you have more time to focus. You have more time to kind of work on things that that you have an interest in.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know. I'm not for sure. I think that's a great way to actually put it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because you're at home and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna start learning these things. They're just, I don't know, different hobbies or different interests.
No, I do be at home looking up a lot of things. So.
My guess is you're a big YouTuber. Like you watch a lot of YouTube.
Yes and no. I not really. I kind of just surf the actual internet. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos sometimes just on like brands or if I need to like know something specifically. But nah, I probably don't watch a lot of YouTube. Okay. Yeah, just certain videos I watch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what's up. So speaking of networking, man, we checked out your Instagram, and obviously you got couple celebrities on there. That's pretty dope.
Thank you.
Who was your first celebrity you got to wear your gear?
Faith Evans. Yeah, Faith Evans. Yeah, dope. She was the first one. I literally sent her an email and was like, hey, I want to send you some product, sort of the whole brand story, and she's like, cool. Yeah, and after that, I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can get everybody wearing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I just started sending people emails.
Yeah.
And then some people I just started DMing them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's very easy.
And what made you pick Faith? Was it the whole documentary?
I'm a Bad Boy fan.
Yeah.
Like, my cousin's Carl Thomas. So yeah, I'm a huge Bad Boy fan. So I love Faith Evans. I love Biggie. Biggie's my favorite artist ever. Yeah. So it was pretty cool seeing her wearing it.
Okay, so it was just an easy pick for you.
Yeah, just shot her an email, and after that, it was like, oh, I'm finna get everybody wearing it now.
Now, what year was that?
2017. Kind of like the end of 2017.
Now, do you feel that, because right before COVID, you brought up COVID, do you feel like COVID actually helped the brand in a weird way?
I would say, as far as scaling it up, it would have to help it because people are at home more buying. Yes, I would think so.
And then I would assume that's when you were running those Facebook ads.
Yeah.
And, more people at home, more people seeing the brand, more people seeing the content.
Yeah.
So it just, drove it up.
It's a great time. That was a great time, I think, for all brand business. Yeah. I think just people in general selling stuff online. Yeah. That was a great time.
Yeah. Podcasts took off. I mean, look at how many podcasts came out of, the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah, everything took off. Yeah. So now that you're current from 2017 to now, who is there like a specific celebrity you're working with, or is it just still sending out clothes to whoever?
Randomly sending out clothes to anybody. I it's a lot of people. I would say Maya, Young Miami had it on. Carlos Boozer, the WNBA.
Yeah, they've been.
Yeah,
I saw that.
They mess with it heavy. And I try to make sure because the NBA is a little harder.
Yeah,
it's way harder, but the WNBA is kind of easier to like send them messages and like, hey, I want to send you some shirts and hoodies, and they send back the address and everything. And
is it like to a specific team or just players?
Any players. So in 2020, when they had the bubble, I had got the bubble address from one of the players, and I had randomly sent Candace Parker some stuff. I didn't talk to her at all, but I had her name, the bubble address, and she had put it on, and I still haven't talked to her yet.
Smart,
man. That's what's up,
smart, man.
It's almost like Justin. We had another guy on here, and he was able to get Jake Paul to wear one of his hats.
I seen that episode.
Tory Lanez,
yeah,
you know?
Tory Lanez and all that. So that, I mean, that's dope to see two guys doing that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we talk about it all the time. Like, don't be afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
That was a risk. They
shoot
could have
your
not
shot.
even opened. You know what I mean? They could have not even
Yeah.
opened the box, but somebody did. You know,
Yeah.
and gave it to her.
Yeah.
So
Worked out.
We love it, man.
Yeah.
We love it. What does the next 5 to 10 years look like, man, for the brand and the business, and even yourself on a personal level?
Ooh, that's probably the hardest one, the personal level. The brand, I think, just continue to grow. Making it $1 million brand is very, very possible. It's just doing it. Continue to scaling up, and just doing things that I enjoy doing. You know, working with schools. Well, I'm only working with one school, West. You know what I'm saying? Maybe partnering with, you know, Foot Locker, Nike or something like that. You know, those are my goals within the next 5 years. Just continue to grow it, and just get bigger and bigger, man. You know,
man, I can see it already, man. I mean, you made a lot of progress already
there.
Yeah.
you know, and getting celebrities to wear your stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. That's hard. That's definitely hard because not everybody will rock like.
it's not as hard as people think it is. That's the crazy part. Because, like, you get so much throughout the day. Like, if people moving around a lot, you wear so many different clothes. So it's just like, I could be going to the gym. I might throw on a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So,
Right.
like, I feel like once you get in contact with them, they're going to eventually wear it. Like, I just sent a care package to the Pivot podcast.
Oh, dope.
Oh,
Yeah, and like they should be wearing it in the upcoming episode soon.
That'll
So
be
it's just
dope,
like
man.
you just gotta get to them, and once you get to them, they're gonna wear it easy.
Oh, that's what's up,
So,
man.
and I mean, I'm trying to take a nugget from that, man. Like, but the whole your mindset isn't that it's hard,
Nah,
it's difficult. His mindset is that it's possible, and
Right.
what's the worst that can happen? I hear no.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah.
And so that's great advice for
For
anybody out there
anybody.
who's wanting to start something or do something.
Yeah.
You know, if you just switch your mindset to say, no, I can do it. It'll happen.
I have a bunch of blue check marks for me sending messages in my DMs. Just send messages. Everybody don't respond,
No, yeah.
but the ones that do, I get them.
How many do you send a day?
I stopped doing it a lot how I used to, but it's just like it used to be like maybe like 50 a day, but now it's maybe like 3 or 4 a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that takes a lot of work to just sit and just keep sending DMs.
Send DMs.
Yeah.
Now, do you send personalized DMs, or was it like a personalized DM, but then you could just change, you know, depending on who it is?
I changed the name, but it's really short and simple because like they don't want to read a whole essay. It's just, hey, I want to send you some shirts and hoodies, and once they see that message, I think they go look on the page, check it out, and then that's when they respond.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep it very short and simple. I don't want to get them like the whole brand story in the actual DM.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just send them, keep it short and sweet.
Nice.
That's what's up, man.
Less is more, right?
Yeah.
Less is more, like Malcolm says, man. Less is more.
All right, man. So what about advice, man, for young entrepreneurs, right? You were in 2017, you were how old?
Ooh, 26. I'm 30. I'll be 32 in the next week. So I was 26, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So 26 years old, man, starting a business. What advice would you give? Looking back now, you know, to your younger self, what advice would you give?
Do more research, be confident, and listen, and seek out people that's doing what you want to do. Cause like everything has been done.
Right.
And like there's a blueprint to everything that you want to do. It's just copying the right person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Now, who did you? Was it the
God is dope.
Yeah, God is dope. Is that kind of who you were like? All right, I'm gonna follow this guy's blueprint and then kind of tweak.
Yeah, it's a few people I would say. So like in the beginning it was him, and then it turned to like Fashion Geek. And then, you know, I like Joe Fresh Goods, you know what I'm saying? So I try to combine a lot of people and like just make it my own sometime too.
Yeah.
You know, like so for Joe Fresh Goods, I kind of like how he do things with his community and like he kind of make it personal on certain things, you know, God is dope. I like how he markets. I like how he can trigger people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I try to like combine a few people.
Okay. And then do you have like a go-to mentor right now?
No, I don't. I just watch I try to just watch people from afar, and if I have a question, I try to send them a message sometime, but I try to like watch things from afar, because like the internet tells you everything. You know what I'm saying? If you just watch, people will literally tell you how they do certain things. It's just looking, you know what I'm saying? Because it might not be on the surface, but if you just look deep enough, those answers are there easy.
Yeah. No, that's what's up, man. And then do you have any like current brand partnerships, like where it's like Duck and Bad Vibes and X company, or are you not trying to do that yet?
Not yet. I mean, I'm always open. I've been doing things with West. It's not a partnership at all. It's just I went there, so I just like doing things off the strength. Yeah. So, but no partner right now. I just want to continue to grow the actual brand. Right. And then once it gets to a certain spot, I don't mind partnering with people. But like I get people ask me to do collabs, but collabs has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I try to just stick with what actually makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, man.
Yeah. Well, we're coming towards the end, man, of the podcast. And, you know, I put this in the notes, and I want to bring this up because I think that, you know, not only do we like to talk business and mindset, but we also like to talk personal growth. Yeah. Right. And I know that, you know, not too long ago, man, the city itself, but also you, man, you lost somebody very close to you, you know, and David Gray.
Oh, yeah. My cousin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, you know, with everything that you've done when it comes to building the business and building the brand, you know, what have you learned or have you experienced from losing someone, you know, that close?
I would just say cherish life. You know what I'm saying? David was, well, it's weird calling him David. I call him Quell because that's my cousin, but like Marquell was my age, you know what I'm saying? And like we literally grew up with each other, went to the same high school, graduated the same year and everything like that. So I would just say try to enjoy life as much as you can. Like even this year, I'm making sure I like actually celebrate my birthday because life is extremely short, and he didn't get to make it to C32. You know what I'm saying? He died in November of last year, right before he hit 31. Yeah. So like, it's just making sure I enjoy life and appreciate the people around me, you know, because it's still even wild even thinking that he died. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely wild. And I'm doing West Aurora's warm-ups this year, and I'm going to make sure I like kind of honor him in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe put his name inside there somewhere, something like that.
So incorporate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, you know, talking about it because I think that we all lose people in life. You know, but to your point, man, it's always a reminder to be thankful of the people that we do have in our lives. You know. Yeah. And I think even another thing, man, I wanted to tell you personally is just thank you for coming on the podcast. I mean, we've known each other since middle school, but still, you know, man, to be humble enough, right? No matter how high we get, you know, how much money you make, it's like, hey, man, you still make time for the people that you grew up with, the people that you know. So
of course, man, anytime, you know, I appreciate y'all having me.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
You dropped a lot of knowledge.
Not even half of it, man. There's so much that goes behind just running a brand and doing stuff, man. Yeah. Like it's so much more.
We'll have to bring you back on, man, in part 2 in 6 months or a year, man, and do a follow-up, you know.
For sure.
Something like that.
Even that West High game we were talking about, might have to do something like that.
That'd be dope.
You know, collab on that.
Let's do it, man.
We could probably do something like that.
I enjoy doing stuff with West, like even just doing the whole uniforms. And I have to say this. Let me look in the camera.
There you go.
Coach Johnson, he was a big factor in me doing that. Like,
that's awesome.
It wouldn't have happened if he wasn't the coach. I don't think, because like you know how Wes is, like far
politics.
So like he allowed me to come in there, do a shirt the first year, second year come back, do a whole uniform, and nobody has never ever in the history of not just West but East or West, nobody has never had their own uniform at West. And because Coach Johnson was there, I was able to come there and design a whole uniform from scratch, and they had wore it. So it was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
First of many, though. I'm sure you're going to be doing it for a long time, man.
I hope, well, not just me. I hope that allow other people that, you know, got a brand or is, you know, in general, that they see that, you know, let alum and people that actually is from the town come back and do stuff like that, because just the kids in general, they enjoyed, you know, getting that attention. We did a photo shoot and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think it was big, and like I say, Coach Johnson was a major play in that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because we do need that here, because you know, a lot of the bigger schools, high schools, they have media days and stuff like that. And, I mean, that's cool, man. As a kid,
man, you feel like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Malcolm played there, so he know he know how it is.
Yeah,
just
West High basketball is like you're it's everything to the school. You know, so. Oh, man.
That's what's up, man.
Well, we're finishing up here on the Electives Podcast. We want to thank you guys for watching and listening. We will be back with another episode in the weeks to come. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace.